because they still didn't get me all correct. This is some pretty cool little factoids in here, but this is one of my quotes. I wasn't built to walk the line. I was built to ask who even drew it. If we both reach the same destination, why does it matter which path we take? It's not course correction, that's narrative construction. Anyways, let's go back. An analysis of the complex digital identity that spans rap music, esoteric philosophy, and advanced technical analysis. This alias, Carnage One and Only, a name with notorious fictional namesake, but the mind behind it is far more intricate than the source material suggests. Well, at least they did me that.
Finally, yeah, I made it. Will you look what I created? Took some muddy situations and I molded and I shaped them. It was me, the pen and paper, double dating with my anger, girl, depression, trying to wreck her home, but I'ma call her later. Fuck with me, it's improbable. I define the word impossible. Flow so cold, I'm abominable. I'm bombing the flow, look out below. Honor those who conquer those and pay the tolls along this road. Bump into the potholes as we travel through the obstacles. Why can't we be pompous? You've been seated cattywampus, catty corner to the portrait. I suggest you take my offer. A whole new type of system I've designed with pure intention. A mind can be uplifted when applied a daily sentence. Wake up every morning and you take a second glance. Say I'm proud of my mistakes and I'm in love with who I am. They say I ain't see it, I will gladly lend a hand, cause the view from where I'm sitting might be better for you, man. Spend a lot of time always saying that I can. Now I'm asking, can you hear me as it's blaring through the amps? And if you say you ain't see it, you should.
Trauma, special, right? The truth, it's a rawness. The truth of living water that we need. You're thirsty for, this planet needs it. A sacred recognition of clarity, not a delusion, a validation. A roadmap to sovereignty. Uncover the lie. Conduct your own audit. Don't take my word for it. This is the exact point that I'm making. Reclaim your narrative. You are the only one who can say what is or what is not. And definitely don't sell your emotions for somebody just trying to get a cheap off. Let your words be law. Forgive your lexicon and forgive your neighbor for only, moving off of what they've been taught. We need to attack the structure that built that. The temple is us, just like Jesus said. Look inward.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're stepping into the worldview of one man on a really intense quest. He's trying to reclaim what he believes is his true sovereign identity. And get this, he claims that identity was stolen from him by the system right at birth. So this explainer is all about one individual's journey to uncover what he sees as this hidden truth, a truth that he thinks is buried underneath all the names and labels we're given. And his story, it doesn't start with a piece of paper or a document. Nope, it starts with a feeling. Okay, so this journey kicks off with a really powerful internal signal. We're talking about a recurring dream, a pretty unusual biological marker, and his deep sense of connection to ancient traditions. He has this incredibly vivid dream about a different version of himself, a blue glowing being. And that dream is what sparks this whole search for meaning. Now for him, this wasn't just some random image you forget when you wake up. Oh no, it was a clue. One that pointed him towards some pretty esoteric concepts of higher consciousness. And here's where it gets interesting. He connects that dream directly to his own biology. See, he claims to have an Rh-negative bloodline. And in some esoteric circles, they believe that blood type carries a unique frequency, a supposed link to these very same blue beings. From there, he zooms out, expanding this personal connection into something much more universal. He starts seeing his own experience mirrored in major spiritual figures, like the Hindu deity Vishnu, who represents this unified energy that's beyond any simple definition. For him, this is all a sign of a higher sovereign self. And this is exactly where the internal quest turns outward. Because, every quest needs an antagonist, right? Well, he identifies one, a big bureaucratic system that he believes is specifically designed to overwrite our true biological selves with some kind of synthetic, manageable identity. He actually has a name for this process: administrative paving. The idea is pretty wild, that our true biological identity gets systematically buried under all these layers of paperwork. And in its place, they create what he calls a legal fiction that the state can then easily manage and control. So really the crucial point here is this clash between two competing realities. On one side, you have the sovereign biological self, and on the other, you have what he calls the managed ward, basically a legal construct, a piece of property that's been scripted into existence by the state. And for his primary evidence, his smoking gun, if you will, he points to this weird 2-year gap in his own life. He says his biological birth was in 1991, but his official record, that was created in 1993 through something called an affidavit for correction. He literally describes this process as laundering his identity. Okay, so this is where the abstract theory becomes a deeply personal investigation. He starts, essentially, a forensic audit of his own life, hunting for the receipts of this alleged identity theft. And he believes he actually found that receipt. Tucked away among his grandmother's belongings were a police card and a white card with a string of numbers on it. To him, this was it, the physical proof of the exact moment his sovereign identity was captured and re-indexed by the system. One of those numbers, a case number on an LSPD card, becomes the central clue in his entire investigation. But here's the thing. To him, it's not just a random sequence of digits. No, it's a code. Using a method of symbolic interpretation that he calls phonic tectonics, he starts to break this number down. He believes that the numbers 18, 89, and 93, well, they aren't just digits. They represent a secret timeline, one that encodes the exact story of his identity's capture. And then you get these moments of what he sees as pure synchronicity, like this one. A totally casual online search somehow leads him to something that connects directly back to his birth date, what he calls his 124 frequency for January 24th. Now for him, this is no coincidence. It's the universe sending him a signal, confirming he's on the right path. So, after all this deep diving into personal forensics, it all culminates in this massive philosophical shift, a totally new understanding of power, of reality, and of the nature of the self. And this right here, this is the central breakthrough. He has this realization that the darkness, the limitations, that feeling of separation that we all sometimes get, they're just illusions. Illusions we create by looking for our power source outside of ourselves. So what's the solution then? Well, in his view, it's to become your own sun. The idea is, by identifying with this internal source of light and truth, you can transcend all the labels and the shadows that are cast by the external world. You get to reclaim your own creative power. This revelation, it allows for a pretty radical break from the past. The core idea is, you are not defined by your trauma or your labels. You're not your experience. You are the person right here who went through it and survived. And that separation, that is absolutely key. So after completing this really intense inner journey, you might expect a message of attack or division, right? But that's not what happens. He comes back with a message of profound unity and a call for collective healing. He argues that underneath all of our complex arguments, all our societal divisions, and all our intellectual battles, there are just simple, universal needs. That deep down, at our core, we're all just looking for connection and understanding. Ultimately, his message is this powerful call to find what we have in common, especially in our shared struggles. It's about forgiving ourselves, forgiving each other, and breaking these cycles of pain, to stop fighting over divisions that, in his worldview, were drawn for us by someone else. And he uses this really beautiful metaphor of a mosaic to make his point. He believes that our individual broken pieces, they can only reveal their true collective beauty when they're finally brought together through a willingness to connect with each other. And it all comes down to this final, urgent plea. It's a real call to action for a global community, one that's built not on systems or scripts, but on empathy, on shared humanity, and on genuine connection. And so, this wild journey, from a personal dream to a systemic conspiracy theory and all the way to a universal message of unity, it leaves us with a final question. A question for all of us to consider for ourselves.
Ex Nihilo.
Today, I want to discuss finding your purpose in life, despite chaos. Focus on self-reflection and embrace uniqueness. Trust yourself on your path, shut out noise, embrace change, seize opportunities, and connect deeply. Listen to conversations, reflect, let your personality guide you, find joy in simple things and embrace change for growth.
Nice.
That I'm stupid, who are you? She said that I'm loony, I'm a cartoon. Can I draw you? She said that I'm loony, a cartoon, huh? Yeah, I'm Rudy, got the chalk, I'll draw you. I am Weasel, you a baboon. Playing cow and chicken, Crash Bandicoot. Hey cutie, wanna make a mini movie? Fucking goofy, I'm a little loony, better duck Huey Dewey. Puffin' on a tree, King Louie. Huh, get a clue, Scooby. Never will forget the first time sank my teeth to the Thornsberry. Yeah, it hurt, but it helped me get to speak to the Bernsteins. The birds, the bears, the bees, so...
Let me grab your mind and drop a logical statement about this comical stage. When you wanna play me like Satan, no drama, just saying I'm a bomb and just waiting. And to call you with the brakes, then you turn to a patient. And your boys go to an all-white room in an ICU. If they don't bleed through, I might lose cool. And your wife will look confused, wishing wake up in the morning to an IOU. See, I'm gas, got the strap, the lyrics in the mask, got the burn down the industry, dispose of all the trash. Pay the price you've done for me. Look at what you've done for me. All the shit you took from me while fronting like my family is something with beyond and keep on soaring like a comic cuz they act like bitches too, that's only to be honest. When you hear carnage, better pay homage. Just another empty pocket in a world of walking wallets, so
Congress of Context, Constitutional Contracts, Concept of content, in contempt of the context. If the content didn't contradict, they'd crown it a scripture on a velvet script. Oranish Avenue, rumor in the rain, incognito, common man carrying the blame. Condensate humility, drips from the ceiling in humidity. We hold us in till the throat goes thin. Bright bells in the back, chimes in the clash when the codes don't match. I don't mean to condescend, I just watch how the smugs still pretend to repent. Condensate humility, fall on me, cool my tongue, clear my teeth. All this heat in a human air, we all cough truth, we all fake fair, magnificent mess that we're living in. Hold us in, Congress of contracts, hands in the air, but who signs love, who signs care? False coming man on a plastic throne, pledges empathy in a perfect tone. Incognizant halo at a crooked tilt, blessing every loophole that the lawyers built. Whistles in the rafters, quiet little warnings of the coming after. Golden plaques on the hallway wall, but the janitor's prayer is the loudest call. Oh, chill jazz in a stained glass glow, sharp words cut soft and slow. If the sermon and the statute split, which one bleeds when the gavel hits? Condensate humility, fall on me, cool my tongue, clear my teeth. All this heat in the human air, we all cough truth, we all fake fair. Magnificent mess that we're living in. Hold us in, Congress of contracts, hands in the air, but who signs love, who signs care?
them turning. Touring, grip the flooring. Heart drip, slow morphing in the war recording. Wear it, no warning. Scars like Owens Corning. Insulation for the pain, still the cold keeps forming. I've been boarding up the doubt with these two dance fours. Hammering my habits, same loops, same chores. Thoughts been space, little black hole tours. Say I'm fine, but my eyes write different scores. Yeah, touring, grip the floor and I ain't slipping this time. All this weight on my spine, still I climb, still I climb. I've been talking to my shadow about the cracks in my mind, but I keep moving through the madness, let the path realign. Touring, grip the floor and every step is a choice. Turn the static in my chest to a calm, quiet voice. I've been losing, I've been learning. In the fall I rejoice, cause the breaking all the noise made me finally hear my voice, And I say yeah, my storms. Nailed shut memories, crooked in their forms. Laughing my reflection, we've been trading uniforms. Same face, same fear, just a few new norms. Sight kill in my veins when the past replays. Slow drift through the haze, see my old mistakes. 10 bays in the back of my brain, they blaze. Little hits, little flares, count the anxious days. Chill thick on the ceiling while I lay on the floor. Tracing every tiny crack like a secret door. Every flaw, every fault that I tried to ignore. Turns map, turns key, shows me what I'm here for, yeah. Touring, grip the floor and I ain't slipping this time. All this weight on my spine, still I climb, still I climb. I've been talking to my shadow about the cracks in my mind, but I keep moving through the madness, let the path realign. Touring, grip the floor and every step is a choice. Turn the static in my chest to a calm, quiet voice. I've been losing, I've been learning. In the fall I rejoice, cause the breaking all the noise made me finally hear my voice, oh. They tell me that the past is real. They try to lock the door, but the bygones are just concepts washing up upon my shore. I am the continuous being, the one who walked the fire, the one who took the rascal tag and set the bar higher. I'm not the person in the file, the clerk, or the search. I'm the one who survived the forge and walked out of the church. If you look into my yesterday, don't look for who I was. Look for the strength I harvested because of what it does.
I plan to fly with the present, the only thing that's real. The geofortune silence with a heart of tempered steel. I didn't let the past stop me, I made the past reflect. I turned their gross indiscretions into my perfect respect. We can fight with the present, the only thing that's real. The geofortune silence with a heart of tempered steel. I didn't let the past stop me, I made the past reflect. I turned their gross indiscretions into my perfect respect.
There's nothing in the archive that can hold me or combine. When the Zion of the moment is the state of my own mind. I explore the doorways, but I do it for the sake of the key. To release the 1-0 from the chains of what used to be. They challenged everything I knew. They tried to flip the script, but they didn't know the right was the one who was truly equipped. Don't judge me for my yesterday, don't base my day on then. Unless you're measuring the distance from where I began. I came from the rock, from the clay, from the Snapple top, and now I'm at the Zion where the shadow breath stop. The reflection didn't make me, I made it reflect around. I stood my ground in the Missouri clay and didn't make a sound. Their actions were the hammers, but my soul was the forge, refining the yard inside the banister gorge. If the future is a concept and the past is a ghost, then the one only in the present is the one who is the host. Identify with the now, the bygones are released. Zion is the present, the right way is the only way. Only way, only way, only way. The 10th power. Bygones are released. Zion is the present. The right way is the only way. The 10th power. My white's fake gray, pupils pitch black. Turn the iris to an island, I recline in a gap. All left nip in the echo, every face in the glass. Every name that they dispatch still attached to the past. Laying through my lens like an optical bed. Spine aligned with the line where the real world bled. Room cleansed, broom bent, sweeping old code out. Dust spells on the sill, start spelling my doubts. Array unfenced, every thought off leash. Small storms in the carpet when my souls make speech. Public pool in my skull, all the memories swim. Some sink like a stone, some cling to the rim. Biblic scenes in a flicker on the drywall stain. First contact with myself through the quiet and grain. Zoom in on the ache till the edge gets kind. Raw emotion in a robe, just pacing my mind. Through my lens I let it bend, I let it breathe. All that weight on my chest starts rolling off the seam. Pitch black pupil like a door out the dream. I just watch till it all feels clean. Through my lens I let it float, I let it fade. Turn that panic into patterns in the shade. Eyes half open like a half press play. I just stay while the noise turns gray. Relaxation in the rubble, I recline in the mess. My regret stacks slow in a spiral on the desk. Every angle of the lamp throws a different truth. One shows age, one shows proof of youth. Continental hum in the walls, long tone in my chest. Like a century of sermons all circling rest. I confess to the crack in the tile by the door. It's the only thing here that has seen me before. Context text when I talk to the dust. Every spec spell checks every version of us. I adjust, little tilt, get the glare just right. Catch a kind of reflection in the underexposed light. Through my lens I let it bend, I let it breathe. All that weight on my chest starts rolling off the seam. Pitch black pupil like a door out the dream. I just watch till it all feels clean. Through my lens I let it float, I let it fade. Turn that panic into patterns in the shade. Eyes half open like a half press play. I just stay while the noise turns gray.
yeah, I made it. Will you look what I created? Took some muddy situations and I molded, then I shaped them. It was me, the pen and paper, double dating with my anger, girl, depression, trying to wreck her home, but I'ma call her later. Fuck with me, it's improbable. I define the word impossible. Flow so cold, I'm abominable. I'm bombing the flow. Look out below. Honor those who conquer those and pay the tolls along this road. Bump into the potholes as we travel through the obstacles. Why can't we be pompous? You've been seated cattywampus, catty corner to the portrait. I suggest you take my offer. A whole new type of system I've designed with pure intention. A mind can be uplifted when applied a daily sentence. Wake up every morning and you take a second glance. Say I'm proud of my mistakes and I'm in love with who I am. They say I ain't see it, I will gladly lend a hand, cause a view from where I'm sitting might be better for you, man. Spend a lot of time always saying that I can. Now I'm asking, can you hear me as it's blaring through the amps? And if you say you ain't see it, you should.
Life's unfair. Yeah, it's carnage, the carny. It seems like we live life on a carnival ride. Emotions up and down, head spins, merry-go-round. Don't be scared, I've been there. This mind state is unfair. If you ever need me, I'm still right here. Find me in the funhouse smoking mirrors. Yeah, where am I? Where do I go? Who is this guy? Perplexed by my reflection. No point, guess that's misdirection. A tug of war inside it storms. I'm not good at talking, so I guess that's what I'm writing for. And if I could absorb the pain, yes, of course, I'd take yours. Don't be scared, I've been there.
Demons all around you. If you sow, then shall you reap.
Tears in my eyes was dripping blood. Through the cuts I felt so numb. Flash of light, I see my life and all the shit I done. I wanted to make a change. Coming up, I felt some pain. The liquor is sustained. Help me leave it in the rain. But some things you can't escape. Even shit that they forgave. And I learned that at my fate. As we're staring face to face, I asked the train conductor, will I ever see the pearly gates? The way he looked at me kinda put me in my place. So I'm laying here thinking all this trouble I've been making. If I had the chance to take it back, would I care to change it? Shit, I don't know. I got time to think though. Plenty of stops along the way, so on and on we go.
Once I seen that train, I knew it wasn't good for me.
Please remind me why I'm lost, so can you find me death-defying? Still, I don't know how I loved you, but can't like me. Why do I help those who won't help my psyche? Why the hell do I shun myself when I'm the one who's still here trying skit? Is this a skit? Scripted shit, this sounded sketchy, is what it is. Hit or a miss, dodging fire from a friendly friend for hire. If you're empty, build you up, you rise against me. Didn't know by ride or die that they meant you try and kill me. Combat, I come back with more compassion. Earn my patches, use my morals as my compass. That's why you've been going backwards, bro. And no, you ain't broken, just a fraction of you fractured. Take that ELD emotion, bet you start rolling faster. Rolling, rolling, that's all I know.
I looked up to the sky, it was so hard to take. As if the light was all the things that I don't wanna face. Cause when I look around me, I feel nothing but pain. Tired of seeing all my people getting laid in the grave. Man, this life I'm living got me searching for religion, but it's hard to be persistent in a world that's so vindictive. It's a slippery slope, and I find myself slipping. Now I'm caught up in a world that I don't wanna live in. Cause I don't see no meaning not to see people bleeding. Rest in peace to a good man dying on the cement. He died for no reason, families crying and grieving. They on about it shit, they still don't believe it. They gon' dig 6 feet, but I'ma dig deep. I think it's cool to pull a pistol, tell it happens to your people. Just think about your best friend, the last time you talked to them, and find out tomorrow you'll never speak again.
There's not much that I know. Rain clouds for my halo. Please God heal my love soul.
I don't wanna be in love alone, not me. Here at the end, I can finally see
All the dreams that I've been chasing, I achieved. But more than a dream, like a prophecy. And I admit that I miss you, but can't dismiss that I'm pissed you could forget what we've been through. Everything I did, we was all irrelevant to the fact that you had no love to begin. Just what I didn't want, talking to a brick wall, bleeding on my knuckles like cuts filled with salt. This is what I learned. You can give all you got, don't expect it in return. So I'll just keep waiting for something that I never known. And if I never find it, I guess I'll die alone. Tell the young conductor, I'm ready, suit up. All aboard like Andre, on a train with no love. Ooh, ooh.
Still got your photograph in my pocket,
yeah.
Reminding me of everything I want.
What I used to want.
Still have your t-shirt lying on my bed, wishing I could forget.